You got the message at 9:17 p.m. Congratulations. Salary revised. For a second, your chest loosens. You do the quick math in your head. Not even properly. Just the feeling, like someone turned down the volume of life. Then, almost immediately, your brain opens a new tab. If my salary is this now, I can finally upgrade. A better phone. A nicer place. A car that doesn't feel like a compromise. A vacation that looks like you're doing well. And 2 months later, something weird happens. The salary is higher. But your anxiety is also higher. Not because you're irresponsible. Not because you're bad with money. Because the moment your income goes up, your life quietly rearranges itself to make sure you feel broke again. And the most uncomfortable part. It's not random. It's a system. It has steps. It has math. And it's designed to feel normal. Cut to morning. Traffic, metro, office elevators, people scrolling. Here's why this matters right now. In India, in most cities, your salary can rise and still lose against your monthly life. Rate resets faster. EMIs multiply. Normal lifestyle expectations creep up. And the social pressure is no longer only from relatives. It's coming from your own phone. Your feed isn't showing you rich people. It's showing you people like you. Spending like they're not like you. So you work harder. You earn more. You upgrade. And the finish line moves again. This video is not going to lecture you about budgeting. I'm going to show you the cycle. How it starts, how it grows, and why it keeps smart salaried people stuck for years without one dramatic mistake. And we'll do it in simple language, because the cycle isn't complex. It's just sneaky. Pause and slight humor, calm skepticism. Also, if you're watching this at 1.5x speed, respect. You're busy. That's part of the problem too. Let's build the story. Meet Arjun, not a cartoon. A real type of person. Arjun is 27, works in a decent company, smart, not reckless, not flashy. He starts at 6 LPA, lives in a shared flat, uses a phone that's 2 years old, saves a little. Feels not great, but okay. 2 years later, he switches jobs. Now he's at 10 LPA. Everybody claps. Parents feel proud. Friends say, party. Arjun feels something else, relief. And then a quiet pressure, because 10 LPA doesn't feel like 10. It feels like, now I have to look like 10. And this is where lifestyle inflation begins. Lifestyle inflation is simply this. When your income rises, your spending rises to match it. But that definition sounds harmless, almost like progress. The real danger is not spending more. The real danger is locking yourself into spending more every month, permanently. Because permanent monthly costs don't just consume money. Cut a whiteboard, they consume options. Timeline. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. The raise creates a new normal. Before the raise, Arjun's brain had a rule. I can't afford that. After the raise, the rule changes to, I probably can. And that tiny shift is powerful. Because the question stops being, should I buy this? It becomes, which one should I buy? That's not financial growth. That's psychological permission. And it's not your fault. Your brain is doing what brains do. When you get more resources, you reduce discomfort first. Better food, better commute, better clothes, better house, better everything. All reasonable. But here's the trap. The first upgrades feel like relief. The next upgrades feel like identity. And identity is expensive. Step 2. Fixed costs quietly expand. Fixed costs are the monthly expenses that repeat whether you're happy or not. Rent. EMIs. Subscriptions. Insurance. School fees later. Now watch what happens. At 6 LPA, Arjun's rent was $12,000 with roommates. Now he decides, I deserve my own room. Rent becomes $22,000. He buys a new phone on EMI because it's only $2,500 a month. He starts ordering more because I'm working hard, yeah. He takes cabs more often because time is money. He upgrades his wardrobe because people notice. Nothing here looks like a mistake. But add it up. Fixed costs go from, say, $20,000 a month to $45,000. And once fixed costs rise, your life doesn't just cost more. It demands more. It demands the next salary hike. It demands the next bonus. It demands you stay employed, always. That's where anxiety enters. Not because you're failing. Because your monthly life is now a machine that must be fed. Step 3. The small EMI illusion. This is the funniest and saddest part of modern money. Your phone lights up at 11:42 p.m. Not a call. Not a message from a friend. A notification from HR. Revised CTC. You don't smile like in ads. You don't jump. You just sit up a little straighter. Because for a salaried person, this is what hope looks like now. A number. You open it. You scan it. Your eyes don't even read properly. They hunt for the part that matters. In hand. And in the 2 seconds after you see it, a strange thing happens. Your body relaxes. Then your mind starts spending money you haven't received yet. Not in a greedy way, in a tired way. Like, finally, I can breathe. And then quietly your brain whispers, Now I can upgrade. Not luxury, just normal upgrades. A phone that doesn't hang, a house where the fan actually works, a car so you don't feel like life is passing you while you wait for
Ola cancellation number 5.
And this is the uncomfortable truth nobody sells you on Instagram. The salary hike doesn't reduce stress. It often upgrades stress. Because the moment your income goes up, your life expands, politely, logically, automatically, until you're stressed at a higher price point. And the worst part? It doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like life. Cut, morning, metro station, office lobby, cafeteria, people holding coffee like it's an achievement. This matters right now because the middle-class financial world has changed. 10 years ago, the big enemy was low income. Today, for many salaried people, the enemy is something more confusing. Higher income, but zero feeling of progress. You earn more. You still feel stuck. You still fear one surprise. You still delay investing. You still tell yourself, after this EMI, I'll start. And then a new EMI arrives like a sequel nobody asked for. Why? Because you're not dealing with a single bad habit. You're dealing with a cycle. A cycle that has steps. A cycle that has triggers. A cycle that has math. And if you can see the math, the cycle stops looking like my personal failure. It starts looking like a predictable machine. So let's do this properly. No kyan. No motivational speeches. No stop drinking coffee. Just a story. Simple mechanics and uncomfortable numbers. Because once you see how the machine works, you can spot it before it locks you in. Pause. Let's meet Arjun. He's 28. Decent job. Smart. Not reckless, not flashy. He's not trying to become rich. He just wants normal stability. Arjun's career is going well. He started at 6 LPA. Shared flat. An old phone. He saved whenever the month allowed it. 2 years later, he switches jobs. Now 10 LPA. Then another jump. Then another. Now he's at a place most people would call set. And yet Arjun feels more nervous than before. He checks his account more often. He thinks about layoffs more often. He calculates EMIs in his head without meaning to. Even when he's watching Netflix. Part of his brain is doing finance in the background. Not because he's paranoid, because his monthly life has become expensive to maintain. And expensive lives create fragile minds. Here's the cycle. Step 1. A raise creates a new definition of normal. Before the raise, Arjun's brain had a hard boundary. I can't afford that. After the raise, the boundary becomes soft. I probably can. That is a dangerous upgrade. Because once I can't becomes I can, you stop asking if you should. You start shopping for versions. Not should I buy a phone, but which phone fits my new standard. Not should I shift, but which society is decent. Not should I buy a car, but which model looks right for my income. This isn't greed. This is identity. Your income rises, and your brain tries to match your lifestyle to your new social category. You don't want to feel behind in your own income bracket. Step 2. Small upgrades turn into permanent monthly commitments. Here's a rule that quietly runs most lives. One-time expenses hurt. Monthly expenses trap. A one-time expense is pain you recover from. A monthly expense is a lifestyle you must defend. Arjun upgrades rent. It's not even luxury, just privacy, just less chaos. But rent doesn't behave like a product you buy once. Rent is a subscription to a neighborhood. And once you subscribe, downgrading feels like failure. Then comes the phone EMI, because upfront payment feels heavy. Monthly feels light. Only $29.99 per month. That word only is the most expensive word in the middle-class dictionary. Then a gym membership. Then OTT subscriptions. Then food delivery because work is hard. Then cabs because time is short. Each decision feels reasonable. That's why it's dangerous. Because the trap is not a single bad choice. The trap is 10 reasonable choices that add up to one irrational life. Step 3. The monthly payment mindset replaces real prices. This is where modern finance becomes psychological warfare. Brands don't sell products anymore. They sell comfort in